On this episode of the Brian's Metalist podcast, we talk about Control and Resistance by Watchtower. Episode of the Bronze Metalist podcast. I'm Kale.
I'm OJ.
We're two professional broadcasters. We like metal and we like to talk about it. And today we're talking about a progressive thrash metal album. Kind of leans more heavily into the progressive metal territory.
Yeah.
A little
free jazz.
On the heavier side.
Yeah.
Of progressive metal as it existed in 1989. Such that this album was actually rather influential on like technical death metal.
Yeah.
As it would become, even though the vocals are very much like kind of old school metal vocals. Lots of falsetto in there.
Yeah. Mostly falsetto.
Mostly falsetto. But we'll talk more about Control and Resistance a little bit later on. First, how are you doing, sir?
Doing fantastic.
That's good.
I got my youngest child visiting, staying with me for the week.
The apartment.
Going home tomorrow, yeah.
All right. Sweet.
Been watching TV, playing video games, and you know what? I love the guy. I really do.
Is there a butt coming?
It might be.
Okay.
It's difficult to get him to do any chores.
He's a teenage boy.
I know.
He's a teenage boy.
I realize it.
Think of yourself when you were 14 years old.
I mean, I went into the kitchen and he was sitting there eating one of them Outshine, juice popsicles or whatever. And I went to the kitchen and there was next to the garbage can the wrapper from said popsicle. I was like, but the trash can is here.
Went to throw it away, missed the trash can, didn't bother to pick it up and put it in the trash can.
I hope that's what it was. Not just, fuck your trash can.
I feel like that has to be what it was, which still pick it up, put it in the trash can proper.
Yeah.
I don't think I miss if it's like paper, right?
Sure.
It's easy to be like, I shall just toss it in, and then physics happens.
Sure.
Because
plus, I got the little doors on top of the trash can.
Yeah. I have a little my it's not little. I have a large trash can now, but the foot pedal thing on it
flips the top up.
Yes. I bought it a while back because I was tired of smelling my garbage.
Sure.
So I wanted to get one that had a nice secure lid, and it was good. I did need to glue, or not glue. I had double-sided sticky tape, very sticky tape, very adhesive, and I put a strip of foam from like leftover foam from my gun case, I think.
Sure.
That I had cut out to put the gun in there. And I taped that to the top of the trash can so that way you can put it up against the wall and open the lid without the lid going ping every time you open it, because that would drive me absolutely insane. So yeah. I had to dampen the trash can lid because I couldn't handle the noise. But yeah, that was I feel like Max probably just missed
probably
the trash can, and maybe he didn't even realize that he missed the trash can.
Maybe.
But he just went, toss, and then turned around and didn't look at it. I don't know.
Well, and another thing is he's kind of a Morlock.
In what way?
In that if there's lights on in the house, he can't stand it.
Oh, yeah.
It's always dark.
Yeah, I mean, I keep my house pretty dark. It's actually kind of bright in here right now with the dome light on in this room.
Well, yeah, because, there's two of us. The social activity, like speaking back, it would be weird if we did this in the dark.
Yeah. Well, I have lamps in here, and like normally when I'm in here by myself, I have that lamp on, and then I have one of my hobby lamps going, just pointed up in the corner the way it is right now, just because the light's a little bright.
Yeah.
I honestly might change it or get some bulbs that are a little bit lighter.
Just black lights.
Yeah. Yes, black light for general lighting.
Yeah.
That wouldn't hurt my eyes more.
No, that wouldn't be detrimental to your vision at all.
I am thinking about like ceiling fans, but thus far, I mean, it has not been very hot out yet.
Next week it's going to be in the 80s.
It is going to get the days that we have had that have been hotter in the 70s or up into the 80s that we've had. It stayed pretty cool in here. I feel like my HVAC, my air conditioning, and my HVAC system do a pretty good job of like circulating the cool air. I mean, there's vents in every room. And
so you have central here then.
Yeah, I have central air.
Good.
So it does a pretty good job. I haven't noticed any real issues with it, other than it would be nice to have some air circulation when the HVAC is not on, which there is not. Like it bothers me that the HVAC does not have just a fan setting. It has to be either heat or cool in order for it to. I would love to have it just running, just moving the air around. Because that also helps with dust too.
Right.
But it only moves air when it is either actively heating or cooling it, which bugs me a little bit.
There's not just one switch. I mean, you can set the temperature.
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure I haven't futzed with it to figure any of that out. My water heater is probably set a bit high because if you turn it all the way to the heat. Any of the taps in the house, if you turn it all the way to hot, within seconds it is scalding.
Nice.
Which I don't mind, because especially since I'm doing dishes by hand, it can be a little bit painful if your hands are down in the water for too long. But I have like rubber gloves and whatnot for that. But like even through the gloves, it's like, I need to take my hands out of this now, or I will hurt myself. But while I'm still doing dishes by hand, at some point this summer, I will be looking into dishwasher. Yes.
Do you have an apron that you put on when you wash dishes?
I do not.
I think that would be great for like just have an apron, but it's a white apron and it's got some of these weird blotchy red stains on it.
It has just.
And then you have the rubber gloves on, and when the kids come and knock on your door to get their ball,
just have all that on. Yeah. Something that happened since last we spoke. We had a pretty massive windstorm at the end of last week.
Yeah.
It got extremely windy here. It had gusts up to like 60 miles an hour. And my neighbor's shed decided that it wanted to visit my yard. My driveway specifically, or the corner of my driveway next to my garage. It peeled open like I guess I don't know exactly. I've described it as a tin of sardines, but that's not quite correct. What happened is that the rear wall of the shed up against the fence abutting my property stayed put. The rest of the shed, while still connected to the rear wall, came loose from its moorings in the ground and peeled up and back over the fence and kind of dinged the edge of the eaves on my garage, but remained put because it was still attached to the original back of the shed that had not been moved. So it was kind of stuck in place, kind of bent over backwards and sort of peeled open against that fence and sort of coming into my yard.
Was there stuff blowing out of it, or?
No, I think all of the stuff that was in the shed stayed put.
Nice.
Somehow. I think what probably happened is the door to the shed had either been left open or it had been blown open, and there was simply a gust hit at the right angle and got up under there, and the whole thing turned into a giant sail. But it had come apart fairly sufficiently. It was a while. Like, I got home at 4:30 to the vision of this shed coming into my yard, and it wasn't until about like an hour and a half later that my neighbor got home. But she had already been told that this had happened by one of our other neighbors, and so we were talking about it. But that house is a rental, and so it wasn't just up to us to try and move the shed back into the yard or something like that. So needed to talk to her property company, who said that because it was so windy, it was too dangerous to send maintenance over to take care of it. And I'm like, no shit, it's too dangerous. Your shed came into my yard. And now it's posing a danger to my property. Mm-hmm. And I would like for you to come get your shit. But I get it. Mm-hmm. Okay, whatever. So they came the next day and cut it up. My main worry was that it was going to move further fully into my yard and hit my house or something, or my garage door or something like that. Like, my meter is on that side of the house. Mm-hmm. So, like, if it came loose, given the prevailing winds, it was going to go in that direction. And that would be bad if it broke, like, my meter and shit. It didn't. Nothing happened. It stayed put, and then maintenance showed up next morning, cut it all up, and took it away.
Did they replace it yet?
No. Not as far as I know. I don't know if or when they will, because my neighbor mentioned that they were moving out soon. Actually, they're from Wyoming. She had said they still have a place there, and that they're just here like temporarily. Her husband was working some sort of job, and they were moving back to Wyoming. Probably at the end of the school year, I imagine, is what that was. So maybe they'll be doing that then. But it was fun to come home to that. I had a long weekend. I had a couple days off, which unfortunately did not leave me physically refreshed, because I did the thing I always do when I have too much time on my hands, which is stay up past my bedtime too many days in a row, and my brain went, well, now you can't sleep ever again. You know how I mentioned last time, like, I've been falling asleep really easy lately.
Yeah.
I flew too close to the sun.
Sorry, man.
And now my body's like, you're 30. You're not allowed to stay up past your bedtime ever again, or you'll be punished.
Yeah.
Last night was probably the worst night of sleep I've had in months. It was really bad.
Well, I thought I was going to be sleeping in my car last night.
Why?
So yesterday, I was supposed to pick up my child from high school. But that's at 3:00 is when school's out.
Yes.
At least was yesterday. And we had the remote from 2 to 4.
Yes.
And I was, it was me running the board. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't get away. So what I did was I drove down on my lunch hour and dropped the house key off at the office at the school. And I said, this is for my son.
Yes.
And then I called him at the end of school. I was still running the remote. I said, "Yeah, you gotta get to the office and get the key, and then you're a big boy. Hoof it home.
Yeah.
It's a few blocks. You got this.
You'll make it.
And so
it's warm out. It's nice. It'll be fine.
Yeah. And so it was okay. The office, and then key, and then home. I said, yes, there you go. We're on. And then I went to finished my job, and then done for the day. Turning off the lights, get in my car, go home, and he's not here. Why is he not here? No shoes? The door's still locked? I hope he's okay. Did I get my boy kidnapped?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. The one time I told him to walk a great distance, and I got him killed.
In Minot, North Dakota.
Yeah. And so I look at, where it found my phone. It was at the radio station. He thought when I said get to the office I meant to get to our office.
Oh, because you said office.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And so there he is, and
he walked to the radio station.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And he said, where might the key be? I said, why are you at the radio station? He says, well, you said to get to the office and get... I said, the school office. The school office. And I said, the school office is now closed, and they have our only house key.
Oh, no.
So I went and picked him up, and he was really upset by the fact that I was mad. I could tell.
Yeah.
And, he's like, I want to disappoint my dad.
Oh, jeez.
Because he's that kind of dude.
Yeah.
And then so I didn't yell.
Calm down.
I didn't yell fuck until I hurt my voice.
Like somebody may have a few weeks ago.
Right. And so what I did was I just called a local safe and lock company.
Oh boy.
And we stopped by the ATM, got $80.
Oh boy.
He met us there, and they unlocked the front door.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. Which means also I'm going to head to Walmart here fairly quickly. And go have a new key made.
Oh, you still haven't gotten the old key?
No, we got the key. I want to get copies.
Oh,
I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. To prevent this from happening again.
Yeah.
I see. I understand now. I thought maybe that, like, for some reason the school office was like, no, this is ours now.
You could have it. We're going to be living at your pad.
It's ours now.
Another thing that happened in this whole process is I was walking out from school after having dropped off the key at the school office. And I heard, OJ, what are you doing? And I'm like, what? And it's an old friend of mine sitting in her car, waiting for her child to come out. And this answered a years-long question that I had in my mind, because the last time I saw her, she gave me a hug. I'm like, oh, it's good to see you too. Is everything okay? And she's tears. She's like, I have stage 4 cancer.
Oh no! So the question was, is she still alive?
Yeah, because I said, if you need anything, don't hesitate to give me a call. If there's anything I can do, I don't know what I can do, but if you think I can do it, give me a call. And then she didn't.
Yeah.
So it was in my mind. Did she make it? Is she okay?
Yeah.
And well, here it is.
Yes, she was.
I guess she was. And she said, yeah, I got like a lesion of my brain left, but all the rest of the cancer's gone.
Well, that's great.
Like, yay! It makes me happy.
That's good news. Glad to hear that for once a story about an old friend of yours did not end with
she's dead now.
Yeah.
She is not dead.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
In fact, I may have said it too. That when she rolled down the window too. Hey, you're alive.
I mean, I don't think that's that bad of a thing to hear from someone that they're elated that you're alive. Yeah. That's good, I think.
I mean, that's the second time in a week that's happened to me.
Yeah.
Because one of our winners came and got like race tickets or something like that. A guy I've known for decades and decades named John. Always. It was always, hey, did you hear about John? He's not doing so good. He's in assisted living. And then like 2 weeks later, he's out playing blackjack somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, oh, John, you're alive. So I think I've said that till I'd say he was a winner. He came in. I'm like, John, you're alive.
At some point, John needs to think like, why is that always a question? Why is everyone always surprised?
I think he knows.
He knows? Okay.
It's like, my health has always been bad, but somehow I'm cockroaching it. Yeah.
Some people are just tenacious like that.
The tenacity of a cockroach.
Yes. But yeah. I'm trying to think if I got up to really anything else. I had a little fire on Monday night.
Like on purpose?
Yeah, on purpose.
Gotcha.
Because it rained all day on Sunday. So the fire index went back on down to low.
Nice.
And I made sure to check, like, okay, how does the burn ban shit work? And the way that it works is back in March, they just put in place a thing where there is a burn ban automatically in effect anytime the fire danger index is at high or above.
Right.
But it was low on Monday. So
you
I had me a little fire. And it was nice. That's also why my sweatshirt smells strongly of smoke. Because I had a hell of a time getting the fire started.
Why does it smell like weed smoke?
Because I was just burning a massive amount of weed, not smoking it in the least efficient way possible. I had a lot of trouble getting this fire started, and I didn't try very hard to make I did not carry forward any lessons I have learned throughout an entire life of camping and Cub Scouts of here's how you build a fire.
Right.
I just kind of I crumpled up some old mail and then threw some wood on top of it and went, this will go fine. And it didn't go fine. And eventually I had to kind of be like, okay, actually think about this for a moment. So I was not putting gasoline on it because that's a bad idea.
Right.
Always.
Yeah, Dad.
And I didn't have those little fire starter sticks. I think would be a good thing to have where they're
I have a bunch of packs of those.
There's some material or whatever where you light that
Right, it's
then
like particle board, but it's held together with wax.
Yeah, and you get that burning, and then you stick it underneath the fire, and it apparently generates enough heat that it will help get the wood started. So I had I have a bunch of shredded, old shredded pieces of mail that I eventually got under there and got going.
You don't have a candle?
I don't have a candle that I might use to light a methamphetamine pipe, which is a reference to a Bismarck news story.
Yes.
That you probably are not
unaware of. Yeah.
But I eventually got the fire going and properly burning. But there was a lot of smoke for a while and no flames before I finally got it hot enough to burn wood. But burn wood. Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah,
that was pleasant. I didn't think about it far enough in advance because I would have brought some beer out. But I just I got the fire going and then went, I probably shouldn't leave, huh?
Probably shouldn't leave this unattended.
Yeah. I'm the only person here. I probably shouldn't just leave this to go get alcohol, even though it's only into my house and back. So I just had a nice time outside for a little bit. It was good. It was chilly on Monday. And now you're hungry.
Yeah, that's chilly.
Instead of food, why don't we talk about Control and Resistance?
Yes.
By Watchtower.
From 1989.
Yes, the year from the late 1900s. So Watchtower, if you don't know, is an American technical progressive thrash metal or just progressive metal band
from
Austin, Texas.
I have an uncle there.
In Austin?
In Austin.
Is his name Austin?
It is not.
It'd be funny if you were Austin from Austin.
His name is Leland.
Where's Stone Cold from? He's from Texas, isn't he?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
I mean, his name isn't Stone Cold Steve El Paso.
That's true. Stone Cold Steve Houston. But anyway, so they got started in the 80s, went through a few lineup changes. Seems like they had some trouble holding on to singers for a while, including the guy who sang on this album by the name of Alan Tecchio,
right.
Who was up until 2016 only on this album of theirs.
Well, we only have 2 albums.
Really? I thought they had more. I'm looking.
Are you looking?
I gotta bend over. Not that way.
Discography. I was under the impression that they tried to make a 3rd album and they didn't release it.
I believe you're correct, actually.
Yeah.
There may have been there's some sort of release that they did, or like an EP or something like that. I think is what they did that had Alan Tecchio on it again. But
right. Yeah, and their new singer is never really on any. There you go.
Fucking Windows News
always
thing.
Irritates the crap out of me.
Fucking Windows 11. But yeah, so this album, they had a new singer and they had a new guitarist. The guitarist was Ron Jarzombek. Interesting name. Jarzombek.
Jokes on Dick.
And he fucking killed it.
Yeah.
The guitar on this album is
fantastic,
amazing.
But I mean, it's one of those things where I forgot they only had one electric guitar player.
Yeah,
and so how would you even do this live?
I mean, yeah, because it like part of the magic of a band like Dream Theater, right? Like Dream Theater only has one guitarist, one electric guitarist anyway,
right?
But part of the
keyboard.
Part of the mix of the sound is that oftentimes Jordan Rudess's keyboard can be kind of almost indiscernible from a heavily affected guitar. They kind of go back and forth and complement each other in a way that can be sort of blisteringly hard to follow and understand what's what at times. He
makes me mad sometimes, by the way.
Jordan Rudess?
Yeah,
because he's just too good at things?
Well, yeah, he's too good at things. Like, he's the keyboard player. Well, I can play guitar. Oh, so can he.
He can play guitar. Now he can play guitar and keyboard at the same time.
Yeah. So angry.
And he's how old?
He's 70. He's 70 this year, I believe.
Yeah, I think he's the oldest member of the band, and he just recently decided, like, yeah, I'm gonna start playing guitar.
And he's fantastic.
At his age,
shredder.
and he's amazing. I mean, like,
he's not the oldest member of LTE, but I mean,
yeah. But also, like, I guess if you were going to learn how to play, like just pick up on how to play guitar just from watching, being in Dream Theater for as long as he has probably helps. Like, if he needs any tips, he's got a pretty good in with one of the best guitar players in the world.
Yeah.
So, but still, Jordan Rudess is crazy talented.
Hey, John Petrucci, can you teach me how to play guitar?
I have to wonder sometimes when you're that good at like an instrument, if it becomes much harder to teach someone how to play because you have to filter your knowledge so far down the scale to something that's digestible to someone who knows nothing. Like, I think there are some people that are really good at that, who are very good at something, but also really good at teaching people how to do something. But I think that's a very specific skill.
What I understand, Joe Satriani is that guy.
Okay.
Satch is really good at. Yeah. Let's pretend you're a fifth grader.
Here's how you do that.
Yeah. Kirk Hammett.
But so yeah, Ron Jarzombek really killed it on the guitars.
Oh,
There's multiple times on this record where I felt like I was kind of listening to Dream Theater a little bit. Like Dream Theater existed at this point, but they weren't Dream Theater yet.
Right, they didn't have an album out
already,
I think
they may have had one. I think their first album may have come out.
Yeah, maybe like the same year this did.
Because Images and Words is like their third album, I think.
That was 91 or 92?
That was 92, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they may have had one or two albums out at this point. But they were not quite who they would be just yet. But yeah, this definitely a few times gave me those sorts of vibes. The rest of the band, by the way, is filled out. Doug Keyser is on bass, and Rob Kolaluka. I had to really keep myself from saying cloaca. Rick Kolaluka on drums.
Rick Cloaca.
But yeah, I thought the instrumentation was really good. I loved the I'm a sucker for progressive rock and progressive metal.
Right.
I wasn't so keen on the vocals.
Yeah, they can be grating at times. A bit much.
The vocal styling was like the falsetto wasn't too bad. I didn't mind that so much as the absolute like run-on lyrics. There were too much. The lyrics were too much often, where it felt like they were struggling to put too many words into too short of a bar. You know what I mean? Like it started to come out like a little bit of a jumble of words, sort of just shoved into this specific thing and trying to keep it on beat and on time with this crazy prog metal thing.
Right.
Where... I felt like the lyrics were just trying to do a little too much. Maybe have done with a little bit less lyrics, I guess. In some places, it's not a problem on every song. It was definitely noticeable at first. The first few songs, where it was like, oh, there's a lot of words they're trying to fit in there. It wasn't quite working. Which I think is like not to constantly go back to Dream Theater, but it's a point of reference where it's I feel like Dream Theater lyrics sort of work around the really proggy sections rather than trying to be injected into them.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of the classic meme of like when things start to get really heavy, it's time for James to pick up his tambourine for a little bit.
Right.
Like, but it's hard to put lyrics to that kind of music. They tried, and I don't think they quite pulled it off. That was the thing I think that bothered me more about the vocals than all the falsetto. I don't mind that. I mean, it's a pretty classic, type of vocals for metal in general.
There was it gave a lot of Fate's Warning vibes. With
that
too.
And I had seen them referenced sort of in the same breath as Fate's Warning. And you go to like, not the music's different, but like plenty of other metal falsetto singers. Obviously, the King Diamond is the king of them, and but also Bruce Dickinson has done a fair amount of like falsetto singing.
Sure.
And obviously Judas Priest too, with Rob Halford, very much in the same realm. So that's it. Like, to me, having, because of you mostly, listened to enough classic metal, like, it doesn't bother me at all. The thing that bugged me was the sheer amount of
less words.
Yeah, the word salad that some of the lyrics ended up being. There is such a thing as too much vocals on some records. It does happen occasionally.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I dug this quite a lot. This was a lot of fun. What's your sort of history with this band?
I had this on cassette in the early. Actually, I didn't get this till after high school, so this would have been a few years old.
Okay.
When I got a hold of this, I thought it was really good. It wasn't what I remembered it to be, because
how'd you remember it?
I remembered it being a little more. I mean, I don't want to say I didn't like it as much as I did then. I didn't like it as much as I did back then. Maybe. Okay. So it's one of those things. One of those movies that had the special effects that were kind of crap.
Yeah.
That you saw when you were a kid. You're like, wow,
that's amazing.
That's amazing. Then you got to adulthood. You're like, my God.
Actually, that sucks.
Yeah.
There are some things that do hold up in that way. Like I think The Thing is probably one of those kinds of movies where you watch it. If you were to watch it back when it came out, you would probably go like, wow, the special effects are great. And still, if you watch it today, the special effects are still pretty great.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell that, there's a lot of, latex rubber molds and stuff.
But it's good enough that you like suspend your disbelief.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like that maybe happens less with music. I don't know. What did you find like kind of the more disappointing angle of it?
It felt sometimes a bit try hard. Like
I can see it
with the too many vocals and then too many sections where hey, look what we could do. What I mean?
Where it's sort of very jazzy and kind of a jumble, and maybe the time signature changes don't quite get pulled off as smoothly as they wanted to.
Right.
Or it's like, we're doing this just to do it. Which, I can see that. I don't think it didn't really. I didn't really notice that quite so much. There were a few moments that maybe felt a little jarring, but I don't know. This is also my first time listening, so I don't have that memory of it from back then to latch on to.
Right, you were not a teenager the first time you heard this.
I twasn't. Twasn't trying to. But the band kind of sort of fractured a little bit after this album came out, and there was sort of long hiatus, and they've sort of come back and forth over the years. I didn't do a ton of research on exactly like what they've been up to lately, if they're still around or anything like that. I was interested to see that this album was, and I mentioned this earlier in the episode, like pretty influential.
It was, actually, yeah. I mean, because up until this point, this really hadn't been done quite so much.
Yeah, like this level of intensity to the technicality, as well as the progressive elements, because like early like progressive rock, progressive metal is generally a bit more on the slower side. If you listen to like King Crimson or something like that.
Right. Like 80s and 70s and 80s King Crimson.
Yeah, like that, definitely very progressive sounding, or like Pink Floyd or something like that. Like very, very proggy, definitely weird time signatures and stuff, or Rush or that sort of thing. Rush gets a little bit quicker in tempo.
They do.
But like really going at the time signature changes, the shredding and the riffage and all of that sort of would become a hallmark of progressive metal as people would know it. Bringing in the speed and the technicality and the aggression of metal, along with the weirdness of prog rock, is sort of something that I don't think existed all that much before this point.
Right.
And definitely sort of where multiple genres would go. Like this album was pointed out as being very influential to the formation of like technical death metal, which didn't really exist at the time because death metal barely existed.
Right. There's maybe 3 bands.
Yeah, and like I think definitely thinking about where like progressive metal would go. Thinking about all of Dream Theater, like they weren't really the band we know them as, to the degree that when you hear like Petrucci or Portnoy talking about their earliest albums, they're kind of like, yeah, we didn't really know what we were doing. We don't like those albums very much. We don't talk about them. They're almost like not in the continuity, to the point where like the band kind of starts at Images and Words. Like once you have Labrie in the mix, like that
was his first album.
That was James Labrie's first album.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he was. They had a different. I can't remember who their original vocalist was, but they had a different vocalist for their first few releases.
So Jimmy Cheese wasn't until
Jimmy Cheese wasn't there.
Yeah.
Until 92.
Yeah.
Like definitely where multiple forms of progressive metal would go, I think, comes back to a lot of stuff that's on this sort of album. Like one has to wonder, would Obscura by Gorguts exist without this? Is there a through line that one can draw from this album to Obscura? Does it make sense? Or does Obscura just sort of come out of the chaotic void?
I feel like they had to have had precedent of some kind going in.
I don't know how much of it was stuff they had listened to and how much of it was Luke having gone to music school in between album releases and learning like composition and classical music
and music theory
and music theory and going, we're going to make our next release fucking incomprehensible. It's been a while since I've listened to that album, because it is like, it's like the Residents of death metal, or like Captain Beefheart or something like that.
Remember we listened to those side by side at the same time?
Yeah, I did do that one time, didn't I? I put Obscura and not Safe as Milk,
Trap Mask
Replica on at the same time.
Yeah,
and it sounded like what I imagine is going on in the head of somebody who is violently insane.
Right. Somebody who cannot be left, cannot be left alone.
To be in a straitjacket in a padded room at all times.
So if you really want to blow your mind,
do that. Become a violent murderer.
Yeah. Well, we don't want you to become a violent murderer.
Well, that's what's going to happen if you listen to it. That's what happened to us. We both went on that killing spree.
We did.
Afterwards.
Absolutely.
You'll calm down eventually.
Yeah. That's always a weird thing, though.
What?
When you come down off the psychotic high and there's all these bodies around, you're like, oh, I need a cigarette.
My thought is usually, oh, no, not again.
Is this my blood?
But does this album slap?
Yeah,
I would say so.
Yeah.
It definitely does. I think the album's kind of right on the edge of old enough and obscure enough to where there's not really a lot of stuff available on the internet for me to collate or aggregate a score for it.
Yeah.
But the album's very influential. So that kind of tells you more or less how well it is regarded, at least in retrospect. There were quotes from a couple of reviews, like contemporary reviews on their Wikipedia page for this album. A lot of them pointed out some of the things that I had thought of, like the guitar work is amazing, the instrumentals are amazing, the vocals are a bit much.
Yeah.
Which felt kind of validating. It's like, okay, it wasn't just me.
Right.
What's your favorite song?
Death of Reason, I think.
The Fall of Reason.
The Fall of Reason. That's
Same
the
for me.
song. Yeah.
Same for me. I agree. The intro felt really Dream Theater-y.
Yeah.
To the point where I was like, this just sounds like it sounds very close to the intro of Metropolis Part 1. But this came first. So, yeah, I don't know.
So maybe they influenced Dream Theater.
Maybe. It's very likely that they did. But yeah, I was listening to it. I was like, what does this remind me of? This is like Metropolis Part 1. Yeah, what medal do you bestow upon this album, like Masquerada to Chewbacca?
It's a solid silver for
I
me.
agree. I agree. It's very solid silver for me.
Yeah.
So next week, I would like to talk about an album that I discovered at the record store last time I was there. Just looking through albums. Oftentimes when I'm at the record store, I like to pick up one thing that I don't know about that I think I will like. Maybe do some cursory Googling about it to see what kind of band it is, and also, depending upon what genre it looks like it is, to try and figure out if the people that made it are scumbags. It seems like these guys are cool. They are a band previously known as Haunter, which is the name that's on the record that I have on the vinyl. But since this record came out in 2022, the band has changed its name to Sacrificial Ecstasy. The album is called Discarnate Ales. It's like a blackened death metal 3-song epic. Like, there are 3 long songs, but they're not. It's not a doom metal. It's like technical blackened death metal, or kind of proggy too.
Nice.
It's so up my alley.
We'll have to give it a listen.
I gave it a spin on my record player. I thought it was awesome. So yeah, I want to talk about it next week.
You know, when I was a teenager, there was no Google, there was no internets. So what we had to do, we had to go by label. We had to go, what label is this on? And then a good 10% of the time, we were wrong about what we thought we were picking up.
Yeah, I did. It was like, because when I picked it up, I was like, oh, this. And I turned it over and saw there were only 3 songs. Looked at the back of the sleeve and was like, there are 3 songs on this. And I was like, this got to be like a doom metal band, like a Bell Witch,
Right.
But no, it's like blackened death metal or progressive blackened death metal. How many different names can we put on this genre? But yeah, it's pretty neat. These guys also, by the way, from Texas. So 2 weeks in a row.
Do you know where in Texas?
I don't know. I don't know if they're from Austin. Austin.
You have to say it that way, don't you?
Austin. Yes. But anyway, that'll be next week. Until then, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our feed on whatever you're using to listen to this podcast. And thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Bronze Medalist Podcast. I'm Kale.
I'm OJ. Congratulations.
Did you see the news story about the guy who's accused of setting fire to the Ramada in Bismarck, who tells the police that it wasn't arson because apparently he wasn't trying to burn down the hotel.
Yeah.
He was just trying to light his meth pipe with a candle. So he didn't do it on purpose.
Right.
Therefore, it wasn't arson. Pleaded not guilty to 3 counts, one of which I have to assume was possession of methamphetamine. After telling the cops that he was trying. How's that going to go for you, buddy?